It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Raiders and the Jaguars. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, Charles, before the game, we were talking with him and said, hey, you know you're close to 65,000 career passing yards.
I
know.
How did you do that?
He just kind of smiled and walked away, but he just passed that number, 65,000 career passing yards.
I always get a kick out of it when they don't want to talk about it. But if you had said a number that was incorrect,
oh, he would have known.
He would have corrected you and then said, but I'm not really thinking about it.
Congratulations, Noah. Now just 5,000 away from 70K. Unbelievable. Rodgers now on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers rolling to his right. Right back to Waller. He's got it this time. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Rodgers again now. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence. The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Lawrence to throw. Space to run past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars! LaVisca Chenault, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
The losing streak can take it out of life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
From the 36, Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Rodgers. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass? success there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So all even at 7 now as they kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play for the Jaguars. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. On play action, Rodgers on the move to his left. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Now on 4th down, is the punt team sending this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field.
So
So let's see about the call. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. Now Lawrence to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage. And that changes things a little bit because against tight, sharply run route, against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area. So you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place. And
usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. We'll check on his status when we get back. Again, it's Lawrence. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Alexander Johnson there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Etienne. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Jones has it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. McPherson's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers ready to go again here on offense. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Rodgers throw complete here to Waller. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It appears they're going to mark him short of the 1st. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Now ETN to start the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lawrence will throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. This one swung out here to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in?
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers got a man. It's Darren Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Rodgers now to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Right back to Chenault. This time he's got it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rodgers again now. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Rodgers. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. So we've reached halftime here on. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I look. Well, all right, never mind. 3rd quarter action now. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Lawrence. And that's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
After that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Jaguars 13.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Rodgers now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, and he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's Rodgers. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Bryan Edwards, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Lawrence toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 77 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 7, and now it's 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know,
and now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 88 yards. And the Jaguars have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll look to throw. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Now they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football, and a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. A quick slant to Hill. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Snell going to try the right side, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. McPherson's kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the sneak, Rodgers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
On 1st down, Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 8, 2 minutes to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
On second down, it's Snell. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They're going to run again with Snell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here to Waller.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle. Back to throw, Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
One final try now for Rodgers.
Gets this to Waller.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.